What's up, YouTube? Here with another video. So this video right here is a Mermail, Atlantean Mermail Ghoti versus Dracotail, branded Dracotail. So this is a post-burst gameplay. But yeah, so starting off, we basically brick. But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. And yeah, let's get into this gameplay. So we open up Ash, Imperm, Perulia, Impulse, Ash. So we basically bricked on our side. They opened up Phimina, Albaz, the Virtuous, Magnamut, and Sting. So we're going first. So we enter main, then passed. He drew Ketu. I activate Perulia. He activates Ketu. So I was thinking, so I just went ahead and ashed it since I had two. And that if he wanted to play, then he would have to start giving up a lot more cards. Then he set the Sting and Virtuous and passed turn. I drew Squad. Then he ends up passing again. Well, I ended up passing again because I didn't have a play. He drew Fualos. So he ends up passing. And then I drew the Pikes, which is one of the Ghoti bricks. So here I just end up passing again. Then he drew Ash. And then he ends up passing. Then I drew the Squad. And here we have a play. So I just normal Squad. Activated the effect. But I guess he wanted to think on the summon. Here, I should have just asked him, I'm like, summon okay? Instead of activating a card so he could see, so he could say, oh, I wanted to go back. But here you should just ask, is the summon okay before you do anything else? Activate target to blow up, because I think I gave him like 10 seconds when I normaled it. Return squad. Normal summon squad. I waited 20 seconds. No, I waited. Normal summon from hand, declared effect. So I waited 12 seconds and he didn't respond. But it's fine. He had the Ash anyway, so it really didn't matter. So he ends up searching Branded Fusion and open Cartesia. So I Imperm Impulse the Branded Fusion. He activates Phimina to summon Albion. Then uses Magnamut to banish Albaz. And try to activate the effect of Magnamut so he can, I guess, get to a starter. I Impermed it. And then here, end of main, went to battle, swung for 55. And here, he just passed turn. So I open up Tias. Then activate Tias, discarding one. It's a special. He activates Sting. I activate Ash. He activates Sanctifier. Special summon both. Then here I activate Tias. He ashes it. Now I have a normal summon to get the Sykes effect. Normal summon. Banish shift. Well, add shift, banish shift. Then here I synchro for Yin. Then I swing into Magnamut so that he can't fuse if he draw like a play next turn. So he ends up drawing in Cart, in which I could have probably swung over this instead, even though I didn't know. But he drew Cart, so he could have fused into... Nothing he would have fused in would have been like worth it, I guess. So normal card. So if I would have just swung over Albion, I probably would have been in a better spot. Because then he would have just had card and Magnemite. He swung over the shift. Pass turn. I drew the Ghoti. He activated the summon. Summon 2. Mag and 5 mana. And here is where I realized I should have just swung over Albion to prevent this. I went to end of main to swing over. Now he bounces. So here I normal summon Synchro for the Ghoti. Asking to target Rahu and itself. Activate Rahu, banish the Sykes. Psych summon itself back by banishing Shift. Activate to grab out Abyss Shark and then banish itself because I have a level 8 I can go into the Deep Beyond. Here, if I would have summoned, went into Search the Fish, would have had to been Pike. I don't think I had any other play other than just wasting a summon. So yeah, I was just gonna hold this card, swing over squad, and pass turn. Here he draws 5 mana. Activate the summon shift. Then he activates to card. Here, I was thinking for a while on this play, and here I should have just let it went because if he had Pan or Malulus, regardless of either one he had, I still lose due to him adding back with Arthelion and setting a spell. So regardless of that, of if he drew it or not, drew Pan or not, I should have just let it went because if I let it went and it wasn't Pan or Malulu, then I just win. Basically win because I clear the set. He adds back a card, and then Deep Beyond gets summoned to where I just banish his board, so the set would be banished and all his monsters as well. So that's what I should have done, was to wait. And yeah, so I just did it here because I was scared of Pan. I didn't think it all the way through. But now that I noticed I should have done that, it would have just been better just to wait. So yeah, it was, since it wasn't Pan, I was gonna lose anyway. If it was or wasn't Pan, I should have just waited anyway, because I was going to lose. If I would have waited, I would have won. If I did it there, then I lost either way if it was Pan or not. So at that point, you should just wait and see what it was, because at that point, if it was not Pan or Malulu, then you just automatically just win that game because you banish everything he has. He adds back a card. I banish Deep Beyond as well. Deep Beyond comes back on standby. I get a draw, and then I can summon Abyss Shark, Search a Fish, and depending on what I drew, I could have just continued to play from there. So that would have probably just been the best case scenario for me. So yeah, I was telling him if I waited, I would have just banished the set card he had anyway. So here I'm going first. I have Droll, Dragoons, Poseidon, Abyss Shark, and Squad. He has Malulu, Branded Fusion, Rahu, Horn, and Albaz. So here I send and add Minstrel. Here I discard Minstrel and Abyss Shark. He was telling me that if I was going to rip 2 to 4, then... But this deck, depending on how you play it, sometimes you can rip 2, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just end on a good board to where they can play with you, which is kind of more fun than to lock them out. If your engine is good enough to play with them as well, and the Ghoti cards mixed with the Atlantean cards provide that. So As long as you get the hand rip for 2, you can still always like he was still able to make plays on the next turn as well. So here I add the Molan Glacier, rip 2. Then I rep Malulu and Branded Fusion. No, Branded Fusion and Malulu and Branded Fusion. So he still has the Albass and Dracotail Rahu with the horn in hand. So Cindy, summon Silicanth, activate summon back, link the 2 all for Anemone, activate to special summon 3. Here we synchro all for Arion Post. Arion Post banish, Psych summon back, banishing shift. Psych summon or grabs the Sinopios. I side decked this card, but I played a game recently where I got Super Poly 2 games in a row, to where if I did play this card, it would be a lot stronger. So I might consider playing Sinopos in the main. I don't know what I'm going to take out for it. It's going to have to be like a brick or a 9-engine card to take out, because I don't want to take out a starter to play it, but it'll be adding more of, I guess, extension or interruption through Droll. Well, not Droll, but Super Poly, which is always good since we don't play the Turtle to help protect or stop Super Poly from being used. So we might have to main Sinopios going forward. But yeah, so we banish the Silicanth since we don't need it anymore. Synchro for Dragite. And then we summon back Leaf Fish. Leaf Fish send a fish to make sure we have enough to return back. Then we go into Mermail King. And then Leaf Fish to return back the Zep. And then other cards. I drew Ash, was a good draw. So he add back the Horn. And he draws the Fibina. If he didn't have Albaz and he had any other card, he probably just lose instantly due to Dragite. But since he has the other card, he can play through it. So here he sends Synchros for Mirror Jade. And then here activate, so to force the Mirror Jade, banish. Since I knew he had Rahu, and he had to have a monster in hand, and he already normal, that I could ash this for free, and he would have to continue to BP. He swung over Mermail King, which allowed me to add Prince since I had Poseidon in grave. If he would have swung over this, it probably would have been a lot worse, because then I could have just Sinopos into Askin or Orwell to pop it, and then this Orwell would have just came back by banishing one of the other fishes from grave, which allowed me to keep using my recurring the Ghoti engine every turn. So when you're getting like your Ghoti engine every turn, it makes like this deck a lot more grindable. So here I thought I could activate it, but I didn't have another fish engrave. I just had the one engrave, so I realized I couldn't. So never mind, no second fish. And since it has to banish from hand or graveyard, I wasn't able to activate it. Here he summons White Dragon. Activate White Dragon to summon Incredible Ecclesia. And here, activate Trite in phase. Activate Prince to summon back Poseidon. Poseidon sent infantry, bouncing the the Mirror Jade so it can't activate its destruction effect, and then pop the Ecclesia so that it can't go into another card. Maybe, I don't know. He might play a second Fallen Valbaz, but if not, then we just pop it there. Here I drew the anti. I might have to fix my X side deck because I need more cards for going first due to playing like more going second cards in this build just in case. Because I forgot these were even in the deck, so I need to find a way or find other things to side out. Maybe just leave Perulia and Perulia in and put in like the third Poseidra just to have more waters, and leave a Perulia with the Fuwalos and just take these two out so that I can have a cross out target for Perulia and Fuwalos going first. Here, special summon back to Shift, which is really strong. Here I synchro into Ascan. Ascan target. And now he has Femina, so he can synchro for Sanctifier, which is a strong synchro. And now trigger Arion Post to target and banish the Ascan so that I can search a fish with its exact level or lower. So here he targets Dragite and Femina. Well, Albaz and Femina. I guess he didn't want to give me a water, which is hilarious. Because I just could have just sent it off with this. Add. Now, special summon back Sykes. Sykes, add, and banish. I could have banished Shift, but I wanted to summon back Shift. But I could have just added the other fish and normal summoned it and synchro to make Qingying to swing over. But here I was like, oh, my board is covered, but I realized you can still tribute with Poseidra because you send for cost and then you summon. But I wanted to clear more. I guess I forgot about that, so I just end up distributing to get over, clear 2 bodies. So me summoning, me adding the Arion Post, well, the Zep instead of Pike and banishing it, that would have been better. I could have just left Pike in deck and just banished the Zep. I mean the Shift from grave. Add it so that I could normal Zep from hand and synchroed off, and which would have made Sinnoh Post a lot better because then I could have just banished Ascan and Zep on their turn and got an instant Deep Beyond, which would have been a lot better than to do it the way I've done it. I'm still also learning the Ghoti side. I have never played Ghoti, so I'm just learning as I'm going along, and I'm figuring out the deck as well while I'm doing it at really a fast pace because I understand the deck a lot more after just playing with it like 2 matches and realizing. But I've seen a lot of combos with it as well, so I can't really say that I'm new to the deck. Here I bounce back the Dragite so I can resummon it at some point. Now I have 2/7, so I can go into Trite, and Trite can summon back anything really. It can really summon back this, but I probably wouldn't need it. But also I summon back the Shift and then Synchro. Yeah, that's probably what I was going to do anyway. Summon back Shift, Synchro for the 10, swing over. Since it was going to be way more attack. And this deck, like Qingying, be getting so big with the White Ore Whale stuff and the Ghoti cards banishing themselves. So yeah. It was getting out of control for him there. So here, game 3. We opened Imperm, Impulse, Fuwalos, Diva, Dragoons. He has Bale, Lucius, Blazing Cartesia, Rahu, and Ash. So here, draw phase Ash. You want to always Ash Dracotail and like before the main phase so that you get rid of one of their cards. So if he opened up like Ash and Femina with like other cards that he couldn't fuse with, he would have to allow the Ash to the Fuwalos to go, because then he would need another monster to fuse with if he opened up like maybe a trap and like Fallen or the Virtuous or something. So you always want to do it then. So here, and then if it do resolve, they can't like chain Femina to like Rahu and then like fuse all the cards out the hand as well, and you don't end up getting any draws. So here, if they start with Rahu, you always want to stop Rahu. So impulse to Rahu, and it's really a tough after that, because if they start with Rahu, then that means their hand isn't as good as it should have been. So he has a decision to make, either normal summon Cart or Lucius, and he made the right one, since Cart allows you to play if you do get stopped here. So yeah, so he starts with Cart. I decide, and I feel like I should impulse because I don't want him to set up the traps. It would make it a lot harder for me to play through. Since I only have like one push, and depending on my draw, if I'm able to play through it. So here we draw Impulse, which probably was like one of the best cards, if not drawing an extender, because one extender helps me push through this through what he has here. But since I drew Impulse, my play was going to play through it. And if he had Ash, he would have to decide if he's going to fuse or go into I don't know if he has any other fusion that he can go into with Cart, but he would have had to Ash this and then allowed himself not to be able to play. But if this was an extender, then I'm always going to be able to play through it. So here I start with Diva. He says, okay, summon Prince. Here he activates Cart. I impulse it, which destroys it. So that means he doesn't have a Femina. If he did have it, he probably would have just played last turn with it, which would have probably been the case. So now it's really just game from here. So we'll go through the whole Mermail combo and then have Ghoti on top for the next turn. And this is like a lot stronger when you playing through a board, because the Ghoti stuff is so easy to set up if you get to full combo. Due to you usually having Minstrel engraved, because you're going to search it and discard it to look at your hand and banish a card. And then once you get to Poseidra to link off, you just summon the Minstrel back in another level 3, and that's automatic Ghoti combo, because you just synchro into Arion post, banish Sykes, banish a fish, then it summons back, banishing, adding a fish, banishing another card, or adding a fish, banishing a fish, and at that point, you could just banish the shift and then go into all the rest of the cards. Just have so much advantage, because once you either get the Silicanth or Poseidra, you already have like full combo setting up for their turn, and then playing with the cards they have left is probably going to be it's going to be hard for them to play through. So yeah, so that's the gameplay. Also, if you watch this far, I have a giveaway going on. To enter the giveaway, just go to the Mermail, Atlantean Mermail Ghoti deck profile that I posted recently. Watch the video all the way through. At some point in that video, it's going to tell you how to enter the giveaway. The giveaway is an ultra rare Gaios from Cosmic Blazer and a super rare heavy infantry from Astro Pack 2. There's going to be 2 winners, so 2 people can win. The first winner is going to have the choice of either one of the other, depending on what they want, and then the second person just get the other prize he or she didn't select. So appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.